Hello everybody, welcome to episode number 6 of Inside PitLogic. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to talk about using PitLogic for the very first time. What happens after you download the app, how to create a PitLogic account, and what are all the features that are available to you. So let's get started. I'll pop our phone up on the screen. You can see the PitLogic icon in the upper left-hand corner, so I'm going to use this green pointer to simulate touching it. We open up PitLogic. The very first thing that's going to happen is it's going to ask you permission for notifications. Even though notifications won't bug you from PitLogic, it's important that we turn this on. So I'm going to click Allow because that's how PitLogic talks to the server and keeps everything synced up. The next thing that's going to happen, and it's going to tell you this is the normal initial first-time setup. PitLogic did not find an existing data file and wants to make a new one. If there's any old data, it will go away. This is the first time we use PitLogic, so we're going to click Yes. And now it'll go to the main menu for the first time. And once it goes to the main menu, it knows we're a brand new user. So the PitLogic tutorial is going to pop up on top of the screen. This is about 15 or 16 different slides that'll walk you through the program. You can look at it now, or you can go up here and click Done and come back to it later from the main menu. Just to show you, as you scroll through the screen, it explains what the subscriptions are, how to use the main menu, how to navigate around the program, what the setup screens looks like, so on and so forth. So for now, I'm going to click Done, but I strongly suggest that you go through the tutorial the first time you start PitLogic and get yourself familiar with what the different screens look like. Once we've closed the tutorial, it's going to tell us it's time to connect to a PitLogic account. So I'm going to click Next, and it takes me to the My Account screen. If you're an existing PitLogic user, you can click Login, put in your username and password, and it will bring all your account information over to this new device. If you're a first-time PitLogic user, you're going to want to create account and put in a username. It'll tell you if that username has already been used, your first and last name, a team name that you want to assign to what you're using PitLogic for, your email address, and a password. Here I've magically filled it out. So I'm going to click Done, and now I'm going to click Next. It's going to ask me to confirm the password I just put in. So we'll type that in really quick. Then we'll click OK. Here it's going to ask us what type of racing do we do. There's a little bit of modifications inside PitLogic depending on what kind of racing you do. For Crumb Racing, we're going to pick Circle Track and then Submit. Now it sends that information to the PitLogic server, and at the same time it sends an email to the one that you put into your account. You'll then open your email application, go into the message that you got from PitLogic. You'll see a link to confirm your email address. Click that, and now your account is activated. For this demonstration, I'm going to log into a previous account we already have set up in PitLogic. So I'm going to type that information here, and then we'll click the login button. It goes to the server, looks at that information, and you can see it's now linked. And I have a green check mark showing I'm connected to a valid active PitLogic account. The reason you want to connect to a PitLogic account is that is what gives you the ability to get shock data from the server, to share tire lists with other team members, to share setups with other PitLogic users, and in the very near future to use our Teams feature. So now that we have a account all hooked up here, we're going to go back to the main menu, and you can see down here across the bottom, it still says free trial remaining, 13 days, 1 hour. When you first download and open PitLogic, you get a 2-week free trial. You get access to everything in the program. You can do everything that you want to do, full features. But at the end of 2 weeks, you need to sign up for one of our subscriptions. If you get to the 2-week trial expiration, when you go to use a main menu button, PitLogic would tell you that your trial is expired and take you to the subscription screen. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and take you to the subscription screen directly. From the main menu, if I click Account and then View Subscriptions, right here will say Buy PitLogic Subscription from the App Store. And when I do that, you'll see you have 2 choices. Buy PitLogic Complete Monthly for $9.99 a month, or buy PitLogic Complete Yearly for $99.99 a year. Both these subscriptions get you the exact same thing. You just get a couple of free months if you buy the year one. Once you sign up for a subscription, it will automatically bill you through the App Store. We don't do that directly ourselves. Through either the Google Play App Store or through the iOS Store, it'll automatically bill you whatever your subscription rate is when the period's over. If you would like to disable your subscription, then you can go to View iOS Subscriptions. It'll take you to the part of either your iOS phone or your Google Play Store subscription manager and let you turn that subscription off. So I'm going to close subscriptions for now. Go back to the main menu. And here we are, main menu, ready to go. We have a PitLogic account. We have a subscription. We're ready to start using the program. Earlier, we showed you the tutorial that first opens when you start PitLogic for the first time. If you'd ever like to return to that screen, use this button down here in the lower right that says tutorial. Click it, and the tutorial will pop back up, and it'll be on the same screen that you were on last time you closed it. From here, you can continue through the tutorial, and when you're done looking, click done, and you're back to the main menu. These are the 6 main menu buttons for PitLogic. We've divided the program into our setup section, shocks, gears, checklists, tires, and parts. I'm going to show you how to do your first setup inside PitLogic. When you first click Setups, it'll take you to our Setup search screen, which will list all the setups you have in the program. Brand new users, we don't have any yet. To add a new setup into PitLogic, we click the plus menu down here in the lower right corner. You'll see this on a lot of the different screens in the program. This is how you add new records, no matter where you are inside PitLogic. So I click the plus, and this will be a list of all the setup templates we have in the system. We don't have any yet, so we're going to click Get New Template. It'll show us a list of the templates that are available on the server, and then we just choose the one we want. I'm going to choose Dirt Midget, and I'm going to choose Download Now. It'll download that template, and now it takes us back to that same screen, but you can see we have Dirt Midget added to it. As an example, I'll click Get New Template again. I'll add 600 micro, say Download Now, and now you can see the new setup menu has a choice of 600 micro or Dirt Midget. So I'm going to click on Dirt Midget, and it's going to take us to the setup screen. PitLogic knows this is the first time we've been to the setup screen, so it gives you a little bit of information about how to use the setup screen. Once you're done, you can click Got It, and that'll go away. Now, this is the first time we're using the Dirt Midget setup template, so it'll pop up with our Choose Fields section. This is a list of all the different fields that are available to use in the Dirt Midget setup template. I'm just going to put it in easy mode for right now. You can actually use easy, medium, or expert, or go in here and turn off and on fields individually if you'd like. But again, I'm going to click easy, hit close, and there is our first setup in PitLogic. We have other tutorials to show you how to use the setup screens. I just wanted to show you how to download your first template and get started. But this is our first Dirt Track Midget setup inside PitLogic. This is our initial baseline, and we down here can have setups, notes, and parts lists. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. Now we can see that this setup is listed in our My Setup search screen. Back to the main menu. Now I'm going to show you how to download your first gear chart into PitLogic. So from the main menu, I'll click Gears, and I'll go to the Action menu down on the bottom. I'll hit Download New Chart. Tell it what type of car I'd like to look at gear charts for. Choose the right chart. Hit Download Now. And now that's in the system, and I go backwards and go to the My Gear section, and here's the chart listed. This is a set base gear, like for a quick change variant, so it's got the set number, the gear combination, and the final drive. Again, we have other tutorials that'll walk you through how to use gears. Just want to show you how to use the very first one. So I'll go back to the main menu. So those are the basics of how to get started with PitLogic after you download it from your app store, how to connect to a PitLogic account, how to choose your subscription, how to look through the tutorial, do your very first setup templates and setups, and your very first gear charts. I hope that answered a lot of questions. Check our YouTube channel and website for our other Inside PitLogic videos and tutorials. Let us know if you have any questions, Kevin@pitlogic.com, and have a good luck racing this season.